Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Real Life Vlog. This video, in my honest opinion, has been a long time coming. It was inspired by my dear friend and longtime supporter, Tinkidink. Oftentimes, but not often enough, does he make these videos where he talks about personal issues or just issues that he has in society as a whole. And it really makes him more relatable. And he talks about these issues in a very frank manner. And I was thinking the other day as I was watching one of his videos, I was thinking about it, and I thought to myself, I have never really gotten real with you, my viewers, my subscribers, and my fan base. So that's why Tinkidink has inspired me to make this a weekly series, and I title it Getting Real with the Real Life Vlog. So without further ado, let us begin. Tonight's topic, I'm going to talk about mistakes. In life, we all make mistakes. It's bound to happen. It's how we learn. At least, I hope you learn from them. It oftentimes is not easy to learn from your mistakes. And it's so easy to make them, but it's not so easy to admit that you made them, if that makes any sense. It's so weird. And in my life, I've made a lot of them, but my biggest mistake I've ever made was not taking my continuing education seriously, or my education as a whole seriously, but more so along my college education, earning my degree. As many of you may well know, I want to be a teacher. I aspire to be a teacher. And I've been going to school for a very long time to help myself achieve that goal. But I've never really taken the appropriate steps to make that goal a reality. The biggest reason was because I never really, I never really enjoyed it. I hated jumping through the hoops. Let me get one thing clear. I was never a bad student. I was always average and I pulled decent grades for the most part. I think I've only done poorly in one class that was a math class. But other than that, I've done really well. I've corrected that grade and moved it from I think it was like a D to a B. So I did pretty good at getting the grade back up the second semester around. However, I was going on what is called the college tour. Now, in order to become a teacher, you have to be enrolled in a program at a major university. I have attended one university in the past, but I was never really enrolled in the program. Mostly because, as I said, I hated jumping through the hoops, and I figured I can continue to skate on by and take these classes and just they'll give me a degree at some point. That was going through my early 20s mind, Now, fast forward a couple of years in university, my father passes away, and I decided to go off and take a little break. I decided to take the break so I can deal with the stress and mourn the loss of my father, naturally. And I did that. However, I thought I was ready to go back, but I wasn't. And the reason being was because I fought a huge depression. I was suffering a huge depression brought on by the stress and, of course, the loss of my father. And the stress didn't come just from the loss of my father. It came from other areas too. But I'm not going to get into that because it's not worth getting into. Bottom line was, I was stressed out about, my position, I mean, I was going to school, but I wasn't getting anywhere. I wasn't getting to where I wanted to be, and I kept on going, but I wasn't getting, as I said, not getting anywhere. So I had to think long and hard, And then, of course, sitting here, trying to fight this depression, that's bothering me. So, I just was not in a good place to go back to school when I wanted to. So instead of taking a one semester break, it ended up being 3 years. I actually just went back to school last fall, in the fall. That was my first semester back to school. And I was finally getting on the right track. During my depression, I had a lot of time to think. Just sit and think. And I came to a lot of realizations. One, this is exactly what I want to do with my life. I want to be a teacher. The second thing, that I came to realize that, I can't keep pushing the blame on other people about my position, I mean, I have to take the blame for it. Otherwise, I can't take charge of it. I have to admit that I made a mistake, and that's not easy for anybody to do. Because nobody wants to be wrong. But when you're wrong, brother. When you're wrong, sister. I mean, that's the bottom line. So we got to move forward from that. We got to put our ego aside and go off and move forward and admit that we made a mistake and make the necessary steps to remedy it. And the best thing I learned from all this, as I said, was that, regardless of what happens, you're going to have good people, and that you're going to have good people by your side, whether it be family, friend, or the combination of the two. You'll have good people by your side. And if you don't have them, find them. It's not always easy to get through these things, but we got to jump through the necessary hoops to get to where we want to be, whether we like it or not. So I bet you're wondering what motivated me after 3 years of a hiatus from school to go back. This in itself is a funny story, but it's short, so I'll share it with you in this video. When I was, it was summer of last year, about this time, I was watching the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It was kind of amusing, because there was that scene where Tim Curry is sitting there floating in a pool, and he's singing "Don't Dream It, Be It." I was thinking to myself, it's like he's talking to me. And this sounds like a joke, but I'm being totally serious. It was like he was talking to me. He goes off and he's like, and I'm just sort of thinking to myself, it's like, why am I sitting here, dreaming of becoming a teacher and not taking the necessary steps to be it? So let's go out there and let's do it. So I decided to go off and do it the next day. Well, then I went onto Facebook and I was sort of chit-chatting with one of my friends. He sent me this, the link to that Shia LaBeouf video where he's talking about, just do it, don't let your dreams be dreams and just do it. Well, it was like he was talking to me, and I said, you know what, you're right. Yesterday I said tomorrow, let's do it today. So I got on the phone with set up an appointment online with a counselor, got a phone call the next day to confirm it, and I was on my way. And the rest is history, as I say. Where am I going to be in the next couple of years? I don't know, but hopefully it's with my degree and moving forward in my career. So here's to you, good people. I hope you enjoyed that. This is me kind of getting real with you, talking about something that I don't normally talk about here on my YouTube channel. But maybe I should, because again, it fits the parameters. I mean, I make videos for myself, and I hope that you find joy in them. And, this is a reminder to myself, this is why you're doing what you're doing. This is what you learned. Go out there and make it happen. So I hope that my video motivated you in some way, or you found some kind of motivation from it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I thank you for watching. Again, this will be a weekly series. I'll see you again, maybe next week. Maybe before next week, but next week the latest. Ciao.